Hi, this is your orientation and sort of tour around your Humanities 1301 class. This is the Start Here page, which I'm sure all of you are familiar with. You can watch the Start Here video that we made. We've got some good information here in the Start Here folder. Just some general things that you might need. All of my information is here on this instructor information page. These are my office hours. I'm at Reese on Tuesday and Thursdays. I'm at the Levelland office on Mondays and Wednesdays. Fridays I'm also at Reese. If you would like to get in touch with me virtually, I can do that as well. Just send me an email so I know to look for you. If you're not familiar with the campuses, here is a map of the Levelland campus as well as a link to the map at the Reese campus. You can send me an email. Especially if you're wanting to get on Blackboard Collaborate Ultra and talk to me. Send me an email so that we can set up a time that will work for us. To get on Collaborate Ultra, what you're going to do is click right here on this particular link. That will take you to the Collaborate tool. You'll then enter this course room. It is unlocked and available. Once you come down here, you're going to go join course room again. Once this opens up, it is very much like a Zoom session, okay? But if you're not feeling well, but you still had a question about the class and you wanted to talk to me, or if it would be more convenient, then that's fine as well. But once again, please do set up a time so that we can meet and that I know to go and look in the course room for you. This is my personal phone number. Please don't call me late at night. I will put my office phone number on here as well. The course is broken. Let's go to syllabus and schedule. Here you'll find the entire syllabus to the course. I would recommend you read it, especially the second half, which deals mostly with this particular class. I have covered some of the larger topics. If you'll scroll down, there's my office hours again. There's a link to the course calendar. There are also calendar pages that I've created that are Word documents. If you're more of a visually oriented person and you want to print those out and keep them with you, that can be helpful. Here are some of the main parts about the class, though. Attendance. Obviously, there's no physical attendance, but if you are missing assignments, then that is considered an absence. Once you've missed more than 4 assignments, you can be dropped from the class. If you start missing assignments, you very much need to get into contact with me and let me know why. There may be a reason for it that is legitimate, but you're going to need to let me know. All right. Here's the grading breakdown for the class. The online Revel work is worth a total of 657 points. The discussions are worth 650 points. So what you'll notice is the discussions are worth almost as much as the book work. What this means is you cannot just concentrate on the book work and totally blow off the discussions of the project and do well in the class. You have to do all of the required work as well as the semester project in order to do well. As you progress through the Revel work, the first couple of chapters you'll be given 2 or 3 opportunities to answer a question and get it right. By the time you get to chapter 3, I will assume that you understand how Revel works, and you will no longer get multiple tries on questions except for the quiz at the end. But even on the quiz at the end of the chapter, if you miss the question once and then you get it right the second time, you earn fewer points. So it is important to read the text and actually absorb it before you start trying to do the Revel work. All right? For the discussions, I expect you to apply what you are learning in the textbook to the discussions themselves. The initial post is due on Friday. Your response to everybody else is due on Tuesday. I'll show you a discussion in just a moment. On a normal week, what you would do is come up here to the course content and click on this, and there's that week 0 work. That is the first week that we will do. Week 1, week 2, week 3. Let's just pick a random week. If we look at week 3, here is the link to open Pearson Revel, and get to your work for that particular chapter, here is the discussion. You'll read the discussion here. This is what you're supposed to be writing about. I want a minimum of 250 words on this first initial post. All right. If you want an explanation of it, if it's a little unclear for you, I have made a video about each. Almost all of the discussions have individual videos that accompany them. And so you can look at that as well if that'll be helpful for you. Okay. I will go back and probably put a new video in each week as well, just to kind of as an introduction to that particular week's work. But each week in the course content, you'll come along and go to whatever week we are working in. If you know what you need to do and you don't need to enter through the modules, you can go to the links on the, for some things like there's a direct link to Pearson in the course content or to collaborate for your meetings. Here is a discussion thread that I put in course resources. This is just if you have a question that you need answered right now, but it's not at a time when I'm going to be looking at it. I'll be honest, I'm not looking at this class at 11 o'clock at night. You may likely have other students that are. So if you have a question that is not confidential, like, I don't really understand this discussion prompt, you can ask other students about it and maybe they can help you. All right? It's not a question for asking about grades or anything like that. There's also a direct link to the end of semester project, so you can start looking at that ahead of time and start planning that out. Here is your My Grades section where you can look and check your grades. Everything is, it's just a summative type grading. So you look at the sum total of the points that you have earned, divide that by the total points possible. That'll give you your percentile grade. And then your course evaluation that you can do at the end of the course. We'll send out email reminders about that. I will let you know that I do not use the course messenger system. I cannot totally disable it from being accessible on a phone. But I'm telling you, please don't send messages on that, as I will never see them. Please send me an email that I did include the link for. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to seeing your work this semester.